I used to fake showers like this, then my mom caught me, and that was it. One of your sons has a crush on my daughter and gave her his glasses today. His prescription glasses that he cannot see without. Just like a boy doing anything to impress a girl. Giving up the gift of sight is crazy. In primary school we had a creative writing assignment where we had to write about a character in a new strange situation, and I wrote about a squid that was somehow teleported from the ocean to the forest floor and slowly choked to death for 2 pages, and I'll never quite forget my teacher's face because it turns out she wanted this new school as scary. I hope I make friends and not a graphic description of a squid dying. I was Martin Luther King for 3rd grade wax museum. I was past that my mom wouldn't let me paint my face bulk. I just witnessed a child have a meltdown in the pumpkin patch because he wanted to go to the pumpkin patch that he was standing in. LMAO. You'll parent every day. Oh my god. Someone darted in class the other day and a kid accused me of doing it. I told them I don't dart in class and that if I did, I would go out in the hallway. Now, anytime I leave the classroom, they ask, "Are you going out to dart?" I'm dead. Hashtag 3rd grade. Mom, can you order pizza? Yes, in a meeting. Can when I'm done. Thanks mom, thank you for always using all your money to help me and all the hard work you put into the family, thank you. Did you order it? Me, eat your vegetables. Baby, no. Me, eat an airplane. Baby, duck and delicious. This kid, man, things have changed. How they think this would work. Hello, this is for your period 8 class, and I'm emailing you to let you know that I would not be able to finish the homework assignment for tomorrow night because I have a party that night. Is there any way I can get an extension? Mom must be happy when she finds out that I love reading so much. Unsure if you want kids or not, my son told me he throws the grapes that look funny behind the couch, and I just found his secret pile of rotting fruit. When I was 3, I told my mom I couldn't sleep during my afternoon nap because I had marching in my ears. She took me to the doctors because she was worried I had hearing issues. The doctor asked me what the marching sounded like, and I said hup 2 3 4, hup 2 3 4. The sound was actually my heartbeat. This is my little baby cousin, and he is dressed as a smoke detector for Halloween. None of us know why, but he is really obsessed with smoke detectors. That's all he's asked for in the way of presents these past 2 years. He calls them smoke detectors. Also, he has a scrapbook of everyone in the family posing with their smoke detectors. This morning, one of my students walks up to be greeted while wearing 2 backpacks. Me, why are you wearing 2 backpacks? Student, I have my goat in one of them. Me, oh, like your stuffed goat for show and tell? Student, a real goat. Me, confused. Can you show me what's in your backpack? Student, opens backpack. Me, there is a live goat in his backpack. Like, an actual live goat. What do I do? That's it. That's the story. Just a goat in his backpack at school. She absolutely hates family photos. The baby was yelling Cookie, Cookie. I brought him a toy he had named Cookie. He threw it on the floor. Gave him a real cookie. He threw that on the floor too. Then he walked over to his sister, took a chicken nugget off her plate, held it up, said Cookie, and ate it. Parental reflexes. When I was 4, my preschool had a Mother's Day fete, and I got my mum a little bag of potpourri. When I gave it to her, I couldn't think of the words "it smells nice," so I said "it stinks pretty." My parents still say "stink pretty" when talking about flowers, perfume, etc., and my husband started saying it as well when they told him that story. I'm 35. Okay, that's pretty unique, lol. This kid was a dart for Halloween. I took my 7-year-old nephew to the Lego store, where he could customize and print his own Lego figure out of 100 different patterns, colors, designs, etc. He took 2 minutes to write a B on the default option and said he is done. 12 euros for this. I asked my new class to write one thing they would like me to know before I start teaching them. I take a long time to do a PO. My record is 2 hours 15 minutes. Went to grab the steam mop out of the closet and was greeted with this. I guess that explains the mystery smell in our mudroom. Until the age of 5, I wasn't sure whether I properly wiped my bed. So occasionally I would go to my parents, spread my bed cheeks with my hands, and ask them to check if it was clean. One day I did that when we had a room full of guests. The next day my mom told me that I was grown up enough and didn't need to ask them. Damn kid, first world problems. I can't fix his cracker. Diagrammer at grandpa, I love you, die Joe V. When I was 10, I was at a McDonald's having breakfast with my grandpa and I saw Amish people for the first time. I told my teacher that I saw time traveling pilgrims and she asked if I knew what Amish people were. Young Drew Barrymore believed extraterrestrial was real and the cast and crew went along with it. This is an ironic email that I just got from my son's teacher. Message sent from schools. Good morning. Just a reminder, the grade book closes at 1 PM today. Also, for any students who have completed the retakes, make sure your real name is on the retake quizzes. For example, I do not know who Fortnite King 2010 is, and I cannot give credit for that. So if you have already completed the retakes, please email me so I can give credit and I can get those grades correct. My kid drew this picture of me. Dad. 2-year-old daughter bathes daddy's laptop in soap and water because it's too dirty. Duck, whoever disliked my video. What does duck mean? My kid just learned oh spaghettius, but he keeps forgetting and is yelling oh no noodles instead. A 6-year-old drew an elephant from behind. My mom works in a school. She sent me this text about an interaction she witnessed. Mom. Conversation just overheard. White boy, you have blood on you. Bulk boy, no I don't. White boy, yes you do on your shirt. Bulk boy, no. White, yes it matches your skin. Black, that's chocolate milk. My 9-year-old nephew invited me to his Minecraft Discord. S super. I intense. M Minecraft. P player. Simp stands for super intense Minecraft player. Son left these items in my bed tonight. How to make yourself colorblind. Opened one of my son's books that's been shelved for a while, and he says oh no, baby, and kisses this. Before I could stop him. Lol, should I be concerned? Is he impregnated by an alien now? Seriously though, should I do more than wash his face? My 2-year-old is having trouble applying concepts. We will continue to keep you updated on our end with what is working here. Today, when had these interactions with friends, misled him know what was expected of him, and then made him correct the action. For instance, a friend went to sit on the circle time rug where wanted to sit, so he ran and shoved the friend down. Miss made him assist the friend up and apologize. We noticed that he verbalized exactly what he should and shouldn't do, but it didn't seem to click that he actually did those things and that his actions hurt the friend. When he shoved the friend down, he immediately repeated, "We don't push. Thank you again for working with us." 6-year-old me tried to warm a croissant in a toaster at a Premier Inn. It started a small fire. The existence of this sign is a constant reminder of just how stupid that was. Want your croissant warmed? This is funny. Does this youngster belong to anyone? Playing knock and run made me chuckle because he was daft to pick a Ring doorbell. Hope parents have a laugh, but tell the boys they got busted. Emotional support cheese. We were never going to notice the missing candy that was replaced with a potato. My 3-year-old bit a hole through her nail. She's not the slightest bit bothered. No parenting book prepared me for this. What works for kid when he wakes up crying demanding donuts? That time when I was 7, my friend told me that spray paint cans were indestructible. What is it with toddlers and not being physically capable of getting their shoes on the right feet? One time when I was really young, I wanted a sponge for my birthday. When I got it, I just carried it around the house and did nothing with it and would absolutely not let anyone touch it. 9-year-old decided he wanted to make ramen today. Narrowly escaped the worst cup of tea ever. This old picture of me is pretty self-explanatory. When I was younger, like 5 or 6, if I ever darted and didn't want people to know, I would try to smell the whole dart before anybody else could smell it. So I dart, then immediately inhale deeply through my nose, thinking that I was snacking in the whole dart cloud. 5-year-old student found the answers in the back of the book. Draw a picture of your favorite animal movie. Write the title. Remember to underline the title. Then write a sentence about the movie. Pet. Drawing will vary. Answers will vary. My son has recently informed me the wall people who always have their eyes open don't like us anymore. Just curious if anyone is free tonight to help me move out. Watch. 3-year-old gets angry with mother. Goes to the police station to file a complaint. Says mother steals my toffees. Put her in jail. The face that tells you that trying to touch the bottom was a mistake. My nephew while I tried to click a pic with my artwork. My kids bought the same book from the book fair, and it is a book we already have. They know it's going to be good. It came with a bracelet that the story says lets you talk to animals. We bought the first copy used without a bracelet. Bought the second copy for the bracelet. Bought the third copy because wouldn't share the bracelet with him. What my 2-year-old does when I say I'm not opening any more Halloween candy for him tonight. Kindergarten kiddos. One of my students was so happy to give this to me this morning. I read it and then asked her what it said. She said with a big smile on her face, my brother helped me write it because I can't read. It says I hope you have a good day. Silly brothers. Name is stupid and dumb. Chicken expert. I know all about chickens. They are large birds. That is all I know about chickens. My little cousin in his hiding spot for hide and seek. Someone is teaching them how to play predator. When I was a child I got infested with head lice at school. My mum tried to brush my hair using that lice comb which hurted like hell, and I refused to let her. She told me that if I didn't get rid of the lice they will eat my scalp and I would have to use a coconut as a head. I cried so long as I was convinced I was going to have a coconut head. Lily saw a box of corn dogs in the freezer and thought they were popsicles. She had an absolute meltdown because I wouldn't give her an orange popsicle. I tried to explain that they're corn dogs. Now she's on the floor crying cause I won't give her dog corn. When I was in 2nd grade I made a little world out of clay and asked my family and classmates to join it by making them as little clay figures and putting them inside the clay world. Then, I'd use it as a play set, making stories starring my family and classmates. Some would marry each other, have kids or even die during the story. I'd regularly update each of them on their life status in the clay world. Most of them weren't a big fan of it. When older sisters get a little too enthusiastic. When I was 8 I went to Vegas one weekend for summer break and I saw a lot of flyers saying adult film festival. I went back to school and was talking about my vacation when another kid said she probably went to see Barney. I indignantly said I went to the adult film festival thinking it would make me sound grown up. Lizard ingesting. Greenville Fire and AMR Hunt County are responding to a location on Centerpoint Lane for a report of a 3-year-old that has swallowed a lizard. 9 o'clock. Greenville Fire advising AMR Hunt County ambulance can disregard. Lizard ingesting has been reversed. 9:03. A young whirlpool's advice on life. Don't feed a dog chocolate unless you hate the dog. My nephew's playing Go Fish blindfolded. As a kid, I thought the mud from the flower bed after a heavy rain felt good on my skin. So, I put it on. The kicker being my shoes on the wrong feet. Some picture I drew in first grade. Writing on top says winter is dangerous. So before break one of my kids was on the computer, not my class, and the teaching assistant saw he was looking at Amazon, and she told him to get back to work, and he said he was buying her a gift. So today he comes in and says her gift arrived from Amazon and gives her a blowtorch. A novel way to disapprove your dad's wedding. This house was recently newly painted. I wonder if this kid's still alive. When I was a kid I found out there was an even higher movie rating than R. I was really excited to tell my parents about these X-rated movies. I assumed they were movies that were super violent and gory with tons of swearing. All my mom said was that I was definitely way too young to watch one. My sister asked her 10-year-old to hang his jacket. When I was in elementary school, I tried to kill myself and spent a few days sick with chemical poisoning. When I came back to school I told some of my classmates what happened, and they had a bunch of questions and comments. They said that all people who attempted suicide wear back eyeliner and buy their clothes from Heat Topic and listen to rock music. No, it wasn't a joke. They legitimately believed this. Anyone have a good title or caption for my dog teaching my baby to sit like him? My child versus generic robot off Amazon. When I was 4, I asked my mom where babies come from. At the time, I didn't know about the birds and the bees. So my mom just said me, and your dad found you as a pretty flower in the garden. And one day you grew into a baby. And until I was 10 I thought we came from flowers. Full photos with Grandma, A Tale of Woe. This drawing I made when I was 7. I'm Sardav Smikas. When I was 7 years old I used to fake a stomachache to get out of school early, and sometimes my mom had to go to work with me. I decided that faking it would be too hard, so when she wasn't looking I used to punch my stomach as hard as I could. By doing that my stomach actually hurt, so I didn't need to act that much. I wasn't the brightest kid. When she was a kid my sister changed the lyrics to Stacy's Mom to be about our gerbils because she didn't know what the song was actually about. So she'd go around singing, "My gerbils have got it going on. They're all I want, and I've waited for so long. Hamsters, can't you see? You're just not the pet for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with my own pet." We still make fun of her for it, LMAO. My fiance's letter to her great grandmother. She was 8. I will be in 3 grade soon. By the way, in 4 years, Gran and I are going to England. If you're still alive I will come visit. Summer. Ratings and reviews. Please tell me this is not a real baby scan cause I'm only 9 years old and it says I was having a baby. Developer response. Dear Rocket Ramage. Scan baby helps expectant mothers to scan a baby themselves, not their own baby, and compare the images of the app to their own, which they received through a real ultrasound examination at their gynecolo. My friend's kid trying to explain why he doesn't have his tooth for the tooth fairy. I lost my tooth at the park, sink, or my bet. I think my kid is broken. My earliest memory was from when I was a toddler and my mom was giving me a bath. She told me not to put the soap in my eyes so naturally. I then immediately put said soap in my eyes. I also asked her one time if she had chocolate milk in her bests. She had just told me what best feeding is. My mom just found an old note I left for the tooth fairy. Not sure what's going on here. I was handing out $10,000 on Halloween, and one kid tried to trade the $10,000 for candy. Told my son to get the clothes out of the washer so we could hang them to dry. Instead he put the basket in front of his bedroom heater. Luckily his hoodie was the only casualty. Wallsend toddler has loose seat removed from neck by fire crews. Firefighters have freed a 2-year-old girl whose head got trapped in her toilet seat after she tried to wear it. Was alerted by cries of "Mammy, I'm stuck." To find daughter. Head stuck in the toilet training seat at home in Wallsend. Teenage sister called Tyne and Ware Fire and Rescue Service (TWFRS) for help after trying with her mother to free the toddler on Tuesday. Crew said had been very brave as they used small tools to remove it. I remember this one time when I was a kid. I was on a metropolitan train in London and I stupidly pressed the emergency button. So the whole train just stopped, which meant that the train driver had to go to the cart that needed an emergency. I was lucky that the train driver was laughing. I remember when I was 7 or 8 years old, I was on a train with my dad. Earlier that day I was at a friend's house and we were watching a movie absolutely not appropriate for a kid, but we still saw it since my friend's careless parent let us watch it. It was a movie about gangsters and eventually they said the M word multiple times. So I was in the train and asked out of nowhere, "Dad, what's an N?" Hopefully I said it will whisper, cause in a way I guessed it was a bad word, but I didn't expect it to be that Lent and recess. So my dad turned red and told me to shut up. The worst part of it is that I was next to back guy.